time it is, you understand? UPK, One West of the Command Junior High to all my brothers. We rolling through, you understand? Cause these niggas weak, these niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with them shields on post, marching, they all my brothers.
Gold is precious, but loyalty is priceless. Harm on the mind might leave you lifeless. Wrong with this shit, I'ma need a diapers. Endure through any crisis, cause all my niggas righteous. I don't politic with vipers. Cowards fold, real niggas hold rank. Stand for what they believe in, won't compromise a thing. Never harmonize with traitors. Do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the vapors. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like annihilators. Tank full of brown sugar like annihilate. Every time I move, a righteous demonstration. All I deny is Satan. My brothers glorious, true warriors. To lay my sword down, the death sentence can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled, no loitering around my brothers.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back again, UPK style, putting it down for my brothers. And I roll with straight soldiers.
That's
you
right.
See them niggas with them shields
That's
and
right.
the fatigues and them boots, they my brothers. We gon' rule it on the king, understand? We gon' rule this bitch at all costs. Nigga, we gon' take these from them crackers.
That's right,
That's
that's right,
Take
that's
them
right,
to the
that's
ground,
right,
and
that's
we gon'
right,
eat
that's
and
right.
drink. Me and all
My
my
brain like the ladder house. You can't blend with my men, nigga. I can tell you fake from your treacherous mouth. Claiming God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about your 2 cents, fuck your feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve it. No excuses for my niggas, they striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form, they never owe me. You be cake, we click tight like Sweet Pea and Jody. Endure to the end, it's what a wise man told me. Liquor from the top shelf, but I spit it with the loaded. 144, nigga, everybody know me. All I ever wanted was revenge, fuck a road. Say you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stand tall and do not blush. Remain calm when the danger pop up. Flow deep like David Jones locker. More bars than Central Locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my brothers.
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominence. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Young Leno make this beat,
Yeah, you already know what time it is, you understand? UPK, One West of the Command Junior High to all my brothers, we rollin' through, you understand? Cause these niggas weak, these niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with them shields on post, watching, they all my brothers.
Gold is precious, but loyalty is priceless. Harm on the mind might leave you lifeless. Wrong with this shit, I'ma need a diapers. Endure through any crisis, cause all my niggas righteous, all political vipers. Cowards fold, real niggas hold rank, stand for what they believe in, won't compromise a thing. Never harmonize with traitors, do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the vapors. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like annihilators. Tank full of brown sugar like annihilate. Every time I move, a righteous demonstration. All I deny is Satan. My brother's glorious, true warriors. Delay my sword down, the death sentence can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled, no loitering around my brothers.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back again, UPK style, putting it down for my brothers. And I roll with straight soldiers.
That's
you
right.
see them niggas with them shields
That's
and
right.
the fatigues and
Yeah.
them boots, they my brothers. We gon' rule it on the king, on the stand. We gon' rule this bitch at all costs. Nigga, we gon' take this from them crackers.
That's right,
Burn them
that's
to death,
right,
take
that's
them
right,
to the
that's
ground.
right,
And
that's
we gon'
right,
eat
that's
and
right.
drink, me and all
My
my
brain like the ladder house. You can't blend with my men, nigga. I can tell you fake from your treacherous mouth. Claiming God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about your 2 cents. Fuck your feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve it. No excuses for my niggas. They striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form, they never owe me. You be cake, we click tight like Sweet Pea and Joey. Endure to the end, it's what a wise man told me. Liquor from the top shelf, but I spit it with the loaded. 144, nigga, everybody know me. All I ever wanted was revenge, fuck a road. Say you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stand tall and do not blush. Remain calm when the danger pop up. Flow deep like David Jones locker. More bars than Central Locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my brothers.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York. Underneath Commander General Yohana, and we're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. And tonight's topic, we're going to go into Thanksgiving. The history on Thanksgiving and where does it come from. And we're going to show you why it's so horrible to be voting. After knowing these things about Thanksgiving and where it comes from, the things that you're celebrating, and how horrible it was to see all of our people vote. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause all of our people went out here and voted and gonna turn around and celebrate Thanksgiving, a day of murder, rape, robbery, and slavery. You know, we're gonna go into a little bit of videos. We got like 1 or 2 videos we're gonna show you. We might not show you the whole thing, but we might show about 10 minutes of the videos. And, you know, we're gonna go into some scriptures and show you how these devils you voted for, our people, how our people voted for these same devils who murdered and slaughtered our native Indian brothers, the Gadites, the Taino Indians, which are the Ephraimites, which are the Puerto Ricans today. How they went to these various islands and destroyed our people. how they came onto the shores of the America and destroyed our people, how they went into Mexico and murdered the Issacharites, which are the Mexican brothers. And for our people to turn around all of these years later and vote for another devil to rule over them was a horrible thing to see, man. Now we're just gonna start off some of this video. You can go ahead and play it. We're gonna see, can we fast forward a little bit?
Back to Talk Tuesday. Dang, it's been a minute since we've done a Talk Tuesday. So this coming Thursday is Thanksgiving in America. Now, Thanksgiving is a holiday to be thankful, clearly, to eat and spend time with family and friends, and it's a good old time.
You got about 1 minute. Yeah, this will play it right now.
And back overseas to England to live the rest of their lives as slaves, which the textbooks
You can wind it back. You can wind it back a little more. This is probably like 40.
For you and your family, and then you can pass it on to them and make them sad too. Because even though it's not as cute and happy as the version we're told in school, it is very important to know what really happened. So here is the version according to.
All right, we're gonna go and show you. I mean, what this devil is pretty much bringing up is also articles which I got also in my phone that I'm gonna read and show you. You know what I'm saying? Because here in the ISUPK, we just don't go off of our own assumptions. We just don't go off what people say and everything. Like everything that we research, man, you know what I'm saying? We took time to look over. This has been passed down from, brothers who took the time to research and taught us the same thing. So, this devil, she's just, going off the same thing that we already have. And we're going to show you how the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Mexicans, man, how they are the children of Israel and how they fall underneath these curses. And what a shame it was to see our people to go out here and vote for Joe Biden and act happy and just act like they have accomplished something when these people have been murdering our people for hundreds of years. And then they're going to turn around and have the audacity on, when is it, November the 27th, to celebrate Thanksgiving. Like, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? That you have a new devil ruling over you? You thankful for your job? You thankful for being a slave? The only people that are happy and really enjoying Thanksgivings are these devils. They're thankful for the things that they've done to our people. They're happy with the murder and the slaughter. They're glad to see our people go out here and continue to still be slaves, man. They're happy about these things, man. And our people had the audacity last week to go out here and vote and act as if they have accomplished something so great in life. These devils celebrate Thanksgiving because to them that was an accomplishment. That was a goal of theirs to make a new world, to start something new, and just to take over everything that they could and just establish this wonderful land called America that we so happen to live in. And we just think that, we accept it and we a part of this land. It's like, no, man, we still slaves, man. And we're going to show you the horrible things that they done to our brothers and sisters, which are the Native Americans and the Hispanics and the Latinos, man. You can go ahead up.
According to the story, the first Thanksgiving was in 1621. There obviously aren't records of everything, but here we go. So we were basically told that the Pilgrims show up in Massachusetts from England. They had previously kidnapped some Native Americans and were shipping them back overseas to England to live the rest of their lives as slaves, which the textbooks normally leave this part out.
Salaki, can y'all hear what she's saying? Give me a one if you
So
can hear what
here's
she's
the
saying.
version according to the story. According to the story, the first Thanksgiving was.
Give me a one if you can hear what this devil is saying. Okay, this devil is about to tell you something that they don't like to talk about in the classes. Something the Christian church doesn't like to talk about. Something these fake Israelites who always love to say that, Native Americans and Hispanics ain't Israelites. When you do the research, you're going to find something out that the first people that went into slavery on those ships were the Native Indians, were the Latinos, were the Taino Indians, What the Mexicans, what those brothers and sisters living in those various islands where Christopher Columbus came to. Now listen to what this devil says, man. You can go ahead up.
In 1621, there obviously aren't records of everything, but here we go. So we were basically told that the Pilgrims show up in Massachusetts from England. They had previously kidnapped some Native Americans and were shipping them back overseas to England to live the rest of their lives as slaves, which the textbooks normally casually leave this.
Now what she just said was Pilgrims were kidnapping Native Indians and putting them on boats and shipping them back to England to be slaves. To be slaves. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy to show you what people were going to be put in slavery on ships. You know what I'm saying? To show you and our people who ignorantly celebrate Thanksgiving, to show them what they're really celebrating, man. Celebrating Thanksgiving, you're pretty much celebrating your own slavery. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to show you, man, what y'all are out here celebrating, man. It's like, you know, I'm gonna go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. Well, you can start at 15, Salaki.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now the Most High said if we didn't listen to him or follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, that we were going to be overcome by curses. That it was going to be a lot of curses that were going to overcome us and take us over, man. Now this is one of the curses that we were able to know who the children of Israel were, man. Like if you read the whole book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68, you're going to see all of these curses that fell upon the children of Israel. Now this devil just said that this is a true fact, man. Like we got the history. I got it myself. You know what I'm saying? We have the history showing you that the Taino Indians, the Mexicans, the Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? And all of these people were put into slavery and put on ships. Now you can find these records in the Bible. And this is one of the scriptures right here to show you. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Salaki.
68. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now the word Egypt, when you look into the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 1 through 2, it tells you that the word Egypt just means the house of bondage. Now the Most High said that we were going to be overcome by curses, and that one of the curses was going to be that we were going to go into Egypt, which means the house of bondage, again with ships. So the Most High was saying that we were going to go into Egypt, just like how we were slaves in Egypt. We was going to go into slavery again with ships. Now the Native Indians, this devil is bringing it out, and this devil is saying that she knows for a fact also that the Native Indians were put on slave ships and sold as slaves in England. So when you celebrate Thanksgiving, you're pretty much celebrating your own slavery. You're celebrating your own slavery. The same thing they did to the Native Indians, they did to us as well. The same oppressors that beat, raped, robbed, and destroyed our people, the Native Indians, they did the same thing to us. So we go out there every November the 27th and cook up that stupid turkey and that dumb ham and make all of these various different dishes and think that we have accomplished something. Thinking that we're doing right. Thinking that Thanksgiving is truly a great day to celebrate. And everybody loves to say, oh man, you know, we doing, you know, me and my family, we all having a good time. We just doing this and doing that. Man, the only thing you're really thankful for is being a slave, man.
Yeah, right.
That's it. You know, the same thing they did to the Native Indians, they done to us, man. They just did it to them first.
Yeah,
they
right.
put them in slavery first and sent them to England and had them work out hard bondage and slavery.
That's right.
All right, so like you can read the rest of that verse up.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
And that's what happened to our Native American brothers, man, our Native Indian brothers. When they got sent over there to England, they were sold, man.
Damn right.
They were sold to the highest bidder, just like how we got sold over here. They got sold in England, man. It's just more proof to show you that these are our brothers, man. And we had the audacity to go out here on the 27th and celebrate Thanksgiving.
That's right.
And just last week, black people were voting as if they have accomplished something. Like, we finally did it, y'all. You know, people crying like, oh, I got to get that brother that was crying, man. He has the new Michael Jordan face, man. This brother was crying. You know what I'm saying? As if we accomplished something. How have we accomplished anything when we're still slaves, man?
Damn.
How can we continue to go vote when we go out here and we find out the history of what they did to our Native Indian brothers, man? How they had them as slaves, how they had us as slaves. And then we got the audacity to go out here and vote for a new slave master. Like, it's no different, man. Our people are still slaves, man. We so lost, man. We so caught up in politics and what pastor want us to do and all of this foolishness and wickedness, man. Like, we don't even realize, man, we're just celebrating a day of slavery, man. Because Thanksgiving is just another day of slavery, another day of rape, another day of robbery. It's no different.
So, like, if I could,
Kind of what kind, sir?
man, what you saying is so heavy, right? Because the only reason why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians do what we do, first off, is because we don't know who we are. But at the same time, is we put so much love and effort into our enemies, man.
Right.
And we should not be putting that much love in our enemies. The scriptures also says, why do you trim your ways to seek love?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why is it that we go out there and celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of these other holidays when these are, you know, these are days that praise the destruction of our people? You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving was a horrible day for the Native Indians, our brother from the tribe of Gad. So why the hell do we need to be celebrating that? And then also you mentioned something heavy. You said about the brother that was crying, you know what I'm saying, crying when Biden won the presidency.
Right.
How many times are we gonna keep crying, man, for this hope and this change that you think that we supposed to have? You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to gird up our loins like the scripture says, man.
Right.
It's time for us to gird up our loins, man, the hell up like the scripture is telling you to do.
Right.
And stop crying. And if you want real change, then you need to follow law, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
Because none of these other nations, Biden, not Barack Obama, I don't even understand for the life of me how you could even want to still have faith in America after Obama has literally let you down, man. And you don't think Obama let you down because the only thing you're concerned about is what his skin color looks like.
Right.
But you don't realize that he let you down. And guess who else is going to let you down? Biden is going to let you down. And Kamala Harris is going to let you down.
Right.
Go and check Kamala Harris's her record. And that woman to put so many Negroes in jail, it don't make no sense. So many Negroes and Hispanics in jail don't make no sense. Go look at the statistics of how many brothers and sisters got prosecuted and put in prisons for a long time behind her.
Right.
A lot of them, man.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? So all of this faith and love that you have in America and that you have in these politics and Thanksgiving, which is a day of the slaughter of the Native Indians, it's a horrible thing, man.
Right.
And you better get up out of that quick for the Lord sends Christ on this earth, man.
Kind of what kind, sir.
That's all I have to say about it.
So that's so heavy on it, and it's like, it's such a horrible thing, man. It's like, our people will find out the truth about Thanksgiving and still will go celebrate it. And you know, they gonna be even more happier this Thanksgiving, knowing that they got a new slave master ruling over them. You know, they crying like the brother crying on TV. It's like, what about the tears? What about the trail of tears? What about those tears? You know, you crying because you got a new slave master. What about the tears that fell from the faces of our Gadite brothers, man? What about those tears? We don't give a damn about you crying about a new slave master, man. What about those tears of the Gadites, man, who cried during the Trail of Tears, man, the Trail of Tears? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This is a horrible thing, man. And our people have went out there and voted to get themselves a new slave master and act as if you know, we have done great. Like Thanksgiving is gonna be great this year. You know what I'm saying? But this is what you're really celebrating, man. You're celebrating the destruction of God's chosen people, which are the Native Americans, which are the tribe of Gad out of the Bible, man. So, like, guy, could you read that again if you could, out from the top?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Man, the Gadites were sold, man. They were put on slave ships just like we were, man. That's what you're celebrating. That's what you're celebrating when you celebrate Thanksgiving. You're celebrating the day that the Native Indians got put on slave ships and got shipped off overseas and got sold to the enemies for bondwoman and bondman. Like, how dare you, man? Would you celebrate a day that you found out that black people got put into slavery and sold on ships? You wouldn't do it. You'd be angry and mad. But this is the thing that y'all have to realize. The so-called Native American Indians, they are our brothers, man.
Damn right.
And we shouldn't be celebrating, you know, Thanksgiving. We shouldn't be out here voting for a new slave master, because guess what? When you voted for Joe Biden, he's fine with what happened to the Native American Indians on Thanksgiving. He wouldn't even be president if what happened to the Native American Indians hadn't happened. He wouldn't even be sitting in his seat right now if the Native Indians wasn't put on slave ships and sold. So guess what? He's the one who's thankful. He's the one who's happy. He's the one who's proud about what happened to our Native American Indian brothers. Can you imagine how he feels knowing that black people voted me in, black people are happy that we conquered this land for the Native American Indians, black people are happy about slavery, black people are going to be even more happy that we got Camilla Harrison in the, like I don't want to say it, a so-called East Indian woman, well, she's an Edomite who's locked up so many brothers in California when she was over there. I'm talking about locked up so many brothers, man. Like, it's ridiculous how many people she's locked up. Like, Joe Biden is thankful. He's like, I'm thankful that these slaves put me in this seat. I'm thankful that my ancestors came over here and stole this land from the Native American Indians.
That's right.
You can go ahead out. You can play the rest of it out on that video.
And while he's doing that, if I could, man, it's so awful. It's so damn awful. Like, most Native Indians, and I'm not talking about them $5 Indians, man.
Ooh-wee.
But I'm talking about most Gadites, the real Native Indians, don't even celebrate Thanksgiving, man.
Right.
Because they know their history. You understand what I'm saying? So now, it's a shame, and this is how destroyed, stop that. This is how destroyed we are as a people, that we would celebrate the murder of our brothers, man. Because Gad is our brother.
Right.
And the scriptures did say that a troop was gonna come. It was gonna come at Gad, pursue Gad, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing, but that was said that a troop was gonna come at Gad, man. That was talking about, you know, white society as we know it today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, if we had a sense of love and loyalty to our nation of people, then we wouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving knowing that this is what this diabolical animal did to our brother, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the love that we don't have inside of our nation no more, that we have to gain. That's the love we have to have. Enough love to say, you know what, I'm not going to cook that turkey. I'm not going to cook that ham. I'm not going to celebrate Christmas. I'm not going to sit around the table praying, holding hands, talking about what I'm thankful for, because my brothers died in this time period, man.
Right.
This day, years ago, my brothers died. And I would never, ever do that, man. I'm glad. Listen, Barakatayawa for the ISUPK. That's right. Barakatayawa, Wayawa, shout out to ISUPK. Because we gonna love each other. We gonna love Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians around here. We ain't about to celebrate the destruction of them, man.
Damn right. Damn right. So we're gonna go back into this video of his
You guys are.
You go out into the world and take hold of every passing moment, from holding on tight for another swing to savoring every last drop of ice.
part out. But once the English returned to Massachusetts, they met a man named Squanto, which you probably have heard about in the
You want
story.
her back just a
Squanto
little
was
bit
part of
more?
the Patuxet tribe, which is part of
Yeah, right when she was talking about the slavery of our brothers, man. Yeah.
the story. The first Thanksgiving was in 1621. There obviously aren't records of everything, but here we go. So we were basically told that the Pilgrims show up in Massachusetts from England. They had previously kidnapped some Native Americans and were shipping them back overseas to England to live the rest of their lives as slaves, which the textbooks normally casually leave this part out. But once the English returned to Massachusetts, they met a man named Squanto, which you probably have heard about in the story. Squanto was part of the Patuxet tribe, which is part of the Wampanoag Nation. And apparently he was one of the people that was on the boat, was going to be a slave, but somehow escaped and came back. Now, according to the story, we hear that Squanto was extremely nice to the Native Americans. He taught them how to fish, he taught them how to grow crops, how to survive. A treaty was created between the Native Americans and the Pilgrims, and this treaty made sure they were all mutually protected and sharing the land. So apparently one night, the Pilgrims finished dinner early, and they went to go shoot off some guns. And when they were out shooting their guns, Massasoit, who was the leader of the Wampanoag tribe, heard the sound of the gunshots and came to them. So once him and his homies got there, the Pilgrims basically invited them to join in and have a big old feast. The feast lasted a few days, and they spent their time eating and playing and sharing and just being so thankful for one another. And they decided to make this a yearly holiday called Thanksgiving to celebrate
You can pause
the
it
love and relationship.
Could you get Psalms chapter 55 verse 20? Like, good night. Like, you know, that's Esau, man. He's just such a nice guy. You know, he's shooting guns in the air. And come on, y'all. Like, just like Donald Trump said, that's him right there.
Yeah.
Come on, you know, Donald Trump, that's how, like, come on, y'all. Y'all come over here. We all gonna shoot guns in the air. You're like, you know what? Matter of fact, we gonna have a dinner. You can read that out for me, Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. Was it 20?
Yeah. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hand against such as to be at peace with him.
The Gadites were at peace with these people, man. Even with Squanto, man, like, he was a slave and he escaped and he came back. And when they came back to the land in Massachusetts, he still was nice to them. And they still put their hands and forth with him, man. And he was peaceful to these people, man. Like, he already knew, okay, y'all had me in slavery before, you know, but you know what? I'm going to try to give y'all guys a chance. I'm going to help y'all survive this time. I'm going to help y'all plant some food. I'm going to help y'all make it through the winter. And, you know, everything's going to be okay. You can go ahead and read up.
He had broken his covenant.
And he broke his covenants. Like the lady just said, the devil just said, she said, they made treaties for the land. They made treaties, like, come on, man. Do you know how horrible that is? That's like somebody steals your vehicle, takes the title, erases your name out on the title. You be like, hey, man, that's my car. I know it's your car, but you know what? We just gonna share. You write your name on this part, and I write my name on this part. And you be like, all right, that's cool. He's like, all right, that's cool with me. I'm gonna keep it for the morning time. I'll let you get it in the nighttime. Go ahead, I'll keep reading.
Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
And that's how they do. They smooth talking. You know, hey, look, we both can share the land. You know, it's like it's both of ours. And next thing you know, you getting uppercut and you just don't know where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they do, man. They spoke smooth words to the Gadites, man. They were just so nice and so slick. They shooting guns in the air. Y'all come over here too. We all gonna shoot guns. Let's have a dinner. Let's make some treaties. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make treaties for the land. I know we did rape you, we did rob you, but everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Go ahead, up.
But war was in his heart.
But war is in their hearts, man. We're standing in the land of America right now because war was in the heart of these oppressors, man. That's the reason why Joe Biden was able to become president. Because his ancestors, his forefathers, they had war in their hearts, man. And our people are so unlearned. Like, our people are not stupid, man. They know what Thanksgiving is truly about, but they still have the audacity to go out there and celebrate it. They know that we are voting for another oppressor who's not going to do anything for us, but yet we still continue to go out there and vote. They allowed Joe Biden to sweet talk them straight. And you know what's so crazy? When him and Donald Trump had their first presidential debate, everybody seen how stupid they both were that day. Like black people were calling it, I ain't voting for nobody. I ain't voting for no one. Like, these people are idiots, both of them. Now, who are we gonna let rule over us? Joe Biden or Donald Trump? They both idiots. But yet they still let Joe Biden speak smooth words to him, man. Speak slick to him, and they just fell for it. Not even understand the whole thing that's in Joe Biden's heart is war, man.
Yeah, right.
It's war, just like the Pilgrims back with the Gadites. Just like with them and the Gadites with back then in Thanksgiving. They spoke so nice to our people. You know, they tried to make it seem like they were just such good people. But the whole time, war was in their hearts. You can go ahead and read up.
His words were softer than oil.
Ooh, he spoke. And Joe Biden did the same thing. Spoke soft words to black people, Latino people, and they just melted for his words. They was like, Joe Biden really gonna do something different. And it was horrible to hear black people say this right here. I know neither one of them ain't no good, but I gotta vote for somebody. You're like, God damn, it's like sleeping with two. You got two prostitutes. One of them got AIDS and the other one got herpes. And it's like, which one you want? You're like, like you don't have to sleep with neither one of them. He's like, I know I ain't got to sleep with them, but I'm so lustful. I got to sleep with one of them. I'm gonna sleep with the one with herpes because one with the AIDS is a lot worse. I can sleep with herpes. I can deal with that. And that's what black people did with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. They got rid of the AIDS, and the prostitute with the AIDS told them, I got AIDS. You know what I'm saying? And they went and slept with the prostitute who got herpes, who didn't tell them about the herpes. Now black people got herpes. So like, I'm just using that as a paraphrase, not to say black people got herpes. I don't want nobody to say that, you know, but I'm just saying that in reference. We have yet again slept and laid down with these wicked people, man. Right. And we can't be surprised when we wake up with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't been so foolish again, and we haven't learned from what they have done to our Gadite brothers, man. We haven't learned from Thanksgiving and how they slaughtered our people on what happens when you try to listen to these people and fall for those smooth words and those soft words and believe that these people are really going to make some type of treaty to where black people are going to be okay in 2020. Latino people are going to be okay in 2020. Like, y'all thought the same thing about Barack Obama. They voted Barack Obama in because he was black and thought things were going to change. Well, his favorite phrase was, I think it was time for a change.
Time for a change.
Time for a change. And he did that. He changed the laws on homosexuality. He surely did. It was a time for change. It was like, no more does a man have to hide that he's a homo. He can bust out the closet with any dress he would like to.
So like, if I could.
Kind of what kind, sir?
What that brother's saying so heavy because even the rhetoric in this new campaign has been changed. I even heard Steve Harvey on the radio not too long ago talking about it's time for a change.
Oh, man.
Because we still think that we still believe in this political system. We believe that it's going to change the condition of black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But in the minds of people like Biden and all of these rich pastors and these rich Negroes like Steve Harvey and them, really what it's gonna change is their pockets, man. It's gonna do good for them.
Right.
But the poor of us, the people that nobody cares about, that's out here in these streets, that's out here that's homeless, that's poor, or out here struggling.
Right.
That ain't what that change is for, man.
Right.
It's like the brother said, when Barack Obama came out preaching change, that change was for homosexuality. So now we can only wonder what the hell changed Biden about to bring.
Ooh wee.
Because Donald Trump has shown his true colors.
Right.
And he did it boldly. He said, listen, he already told you what it was about the Mexicans. He already told you what it was about them. You know what I'm saying? And he already showed his non-caring attitude towards all of the police brutality under his administration, just like Barack Obama did. So we can only imagine what kind of diabolical things that this change that Biden is supposed to be bringing to our black Hispanic community is going to happen, man. I'm trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, y'all better prepare, because Biden, if he is going to be the president, for sure, you know what I'm saying, amongst all of this stuff that Donald Trump talking about doing as far as suing and you know, whatever. If he does actually become president next year, y'all better watch your backs, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Because it's about to be diabolical, and it seems like every year has been getting bad.
Wakam. It's like I said, if I can, it's like our people just don't get it. It's like Biden know what time it is. Even Donald Trump know what time it is. It's like, you know, it'd be even more funny if Donald Trump ends up getting back in the chair again. Like, I'm going to laugh at every Christian. I'm like, yo, listen, you were in the streets of America jumping up and down for Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like, our people just don't, they just put all of their hope inside of these oppressors if they're going to make anything different, man. It's like they're not going to make anything no different. They want America to stay how it is. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think Donald Trump was saying, let's make America great again? He was talking about make America like how it was when we conquered the Native Indians, when we had black people in slavery, when we had these Israelites underneath our boots. Let's make America great like that again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And black people just think Joe Biden is so much different. These two devils work for the same empire, man. Neither one no different. They sit at the same table, they deal with the same people, they do the same things. They're no different, but our people believe that, you know, Joe Biden is way more different. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all fell into y'all are just black people, man. And you religious leaders, you Hispanic leaders, man, y'all have yet again failed us again. That's why the ISUPK is so much needed everywhere, man. Because we're the only people that's going to tell you this truth, man. Tell you that celebrating Thanksgiving is, you know, horrible the thing to do, man. The only reason you're celebrating Thanksgiving is because of what Joe Biden's ancestor did to the Gadites, man. The only reason you're voting for Joe Biden to be in the chair is because of what his ancestors did to our brothers, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to go out. We're going to let you hear some more of this story, man. These facts, man, you know what I'm saying? Just to show you on how diabolical Joe Biden's ancestors were, man. How diabolical Donald Trump's ancestors truly were, man. The same people you vote for, this is what their ancestors did to our brothers and sisters, which are the Native Indians. Go ahead.
Relationship between the Pilgrims and Native Americans. Sounds like bullshit, huh? Because it is. So here is the truth about what happened. Alright, so back in 1608, there was a group of people that were called religious separatists. And these were basically people in England who wanted to break free from the Church of England and be able to practice whatever religion they wanted to. And these people would eventually become what we call pilgrims. So basically in 1608, they said, fuck you to England, and peaced out and went over to Holland. And they hoped that Holland would be a lot more free, that they could practice whatever religion they wanted to, but it turned out that Holland was a bit too progressive for them. So basically, England wasn't liberal enough for them, and Holland was too liberal. So they decided to find somewhere else to go. So then in 1620, the separatists decided to hop on a boat, which is called the Mayflower, and they took the boat from Holland to the New World, aka America. Now, it's important to understand that this was not the first group of people that came and colonized America. That happened before this. There were already British settlers there, and in 1607, they established a colony in Virginia. So the Pilgrims hop on the Mayflower and make their way to America. Now, this is not no fucking Carnival cruise. The boat pretty much sucked. It was dirty and smelly and not very comfortable, and they were on this thing for 2 months. And unfortunately, because, you know, GPS, it wasn't a thing back then, they went just a little bit off the route. Their plan was to land at the Hudson River, and they ended up at Cape Cod, Massachusetts. So, hey, give or take a couple miles, right? And after a month of them being in Cape Cod, they actually hopped on a little boat and went over to Plymouth. Now, the really shitty thing about this was their timing. They didn't have as much of an idea of, like, what the weather would be like over here, and they left Holland in September. So it took them 2 months. September, October, November, not a great time to be in New England. You know, it's pretty fucking cold in November. And, you know, now they're into December and they're just now showing up at Plymouth. So it's snowing, it's freezing cold. They're not very well prepared, so they're kind of fucked. Many of the Pilgrims pilgrims ended up getting sick and dying before spring even came, to where they could actually plant food and try to establish themselves. And in addition, they brought disease over, and it spread throughout the tribe and killed many of the Native Americans. They were reduced from 8,000 to 1,500 because of the diseases. Now, this is just a
Good,
tiny
nice.
amount of
You
people
pause
that
it up.
suffered.
She said that there were 8,000 Gadites when they came to this little park called Plymouth. And by the time these Edomite devils got done with, it was only 1,500 left alive.
Damn.
They just died off of the diseases. Like, this is like, come on, man. They want to say that we carry the diseases. Man, these are some of the most nastiest, sick bastards you have ever met in your life. That's why it's no surprise you see we have coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Thank Esau for being a sick bastard, man.
So like, can I point? So I gotta point something out. Right?
Kawakaza.
This is a devil telling you this story.
Right.
This is a white woman saying that this is what happened.
Right.
You listen. They think we crazy as hell when we stand on these corners and we be telling them what be going on in the past, man.
Right.
But this is a white woman. This ain't us.
Right.
This ain't the ISUPK saying at this time. This is whatever Sarah, whatever her name is, Michelle. What's another white girl? This is Karen.
Karen, yes.
This is Karen telling you that the pilgrims were evil to the Native Indians that came over. I mean, when they came over to this land, man. So come on, man. The proof is in the pudding.
Right.
There it is, right there.
Karen, it's like I said, Karen is telling you how disgusting her people are, man. Like, listen, get Karen in here, guys.
You know her there,
Karen in
man.
here. She didn't call the police this time. She told the truth.
She told the
I like Karen. She didn't call the police on this time. But even these devils know, man, how sick and twisted their people really are, man. You can go ahead a little more. We got about. I might not go through the whole thing on it.
At the hands of the settlers over hundreds of years that were, the original owners of this land. Like, insane numbers, thousands and thousands and thousands of people were straight up murdered. Like, it's insane. Or they were forced to be slaves, some of them sex slaves, probably started the whole sex trafficking we still deal with today, and they were put back on
You can
boats.
put pause on that up.
So we...
And she's even telling you that she knows for a fact also that the Native American Indians were slaves, man. Like, these people put our people as set slaves. And they love to say that, black people are trafficking white little girls and all of this, when the biggest sex traffickers in the face of history were white people, man. Like, what do you think you get the pornos and all of that sickness from? The strip clubs. You get this from these sick people, man, who were trafficking Native American Indian children, man. And you got the audacity to go out there and cook a damn turkey on Thanksgiving. And what people don't even understand, the sex trafficking still hasn't stopped, man. It's still going on. Like, other people picked it up. Now you got Moabites out here doing the sex trafficking, kidnapping the sisters, sending them back across seas and cargo ships and all type of crap, man. So you want to bring anything out of one?
No, so like if I could, man, what you saying is heavy. I mean, that same devil, that same demon that was on them to want to go and take us off the coast of the Ivory Coast of Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is the same. I mean, that should be 1 and 2 right there for you as to this whole sex trafficking thing that's going on, man. You understand? This whole sex trafficking thing is the same. That's that same demon, that same thing in their mindset that they had in their mind when they wanted to go take us off the Ivory Coast of Africa.
Kind of
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, you said it's heavy. You got it.
Kind of. So it's a lot as ever I can, and it's so diabolical, man, because the only reason we have sex trafficking is because of white people, man. That's the only reason why, because they did this to the Native Indians, and they still continue to keep these same traditions right now. Let's not even get into what they call Dirty Joe. They said Dirty Joe is, he's a pedophile to, he loves it to the max. He loves little kids. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the reincarnated bastards who was with the Pilgrims back then, touching on all the small kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always been their culture. Child molestation, rape, robbery, all type of diabolical laws, snakish ways, trying to figure out ways they can get over on people. This has always been a part of who they are, man. But yet we went out there and voted for Dirty Joe as if he's really going to make a difference, man. Like, Dirty Joe learned from his family. He learned from his ancestors on how to overcome a nation of people. You know, you just got to speak smooth words to them. You know, speak smooth to them. And you can do whatever the hell you want to do to them. You can go ahead. Anybody got any questions or anything?
It's a lot. You can't say that man is no pervert, man.
Ooh.
Every time you turn around, there's pictures of him on the internet, either like really close up on some young underage girl or whispering in her ear. It just looks inappropriate, man. You would think with a man of that, you know, that much exposure, he's somebody who's in the spotlight. He's a big figure in this world, would control his damn self when he is around them children. But that's just the nature of Esau. He is a natural pedophile and homosexual, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so now, it's that's who you voted into office. You talking about, oh, we got to get racist Trump out of office? Okay, well now you brought in racist pedophile Biden inside of office, man. So congratulations on that.
All right. Got all kinds of likes if I can.
Sarcastically.
So likes if I can. It's like, y'all think y'all got good because you got rid of Donald Trump, but now you voted in a racist child molester.
Yeah, right.
He was like, listen, I'm racist, but I ain't gonna tell you to your face. But I do like them kids. You can pull that up all you want to. You know what I'm saying? We might have to pull a couple of videos of Dirty Joe not being able to hold himself back. So like, somebody said, you said somebody had something to say?
Yeah, we got a couple comments. Officer Shar said the true devil of the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
And then have the nerve to say, "In God we trust."
Ooh wee. Con, that was it on it up.
Yeah.
Con. Ooh wee, man. Like, Sluggy, you can go ahead and go a little more into it.
Rude them so bad. But in March of 1621, it was finally beginning to become spring. Sorry for the shadow, you guys. I didn't realize that it was going to get dark so fast. Jeez, it's that time of year, I guess. And in the spring, an Abenaki native introduced the pilgrims to Massasoit. And then Massasoit introduced the pilgrims to Squanto. Now, just like in the first story, Squanto did come and ask them if they needed help. He basically said, you know, you guys look like you're really fucking struggling here. You have no idea what you're doing. You just showed up here in winter and you're dying at crazy amounts. Let me help you. Let me teach you how to, you know, plant things. Let me teach you how to fish. Like, the Native Americans were such good people that even though their people were dying from disease and stuff because of the pilgrims, they were still kind enough to them to want to help them and share the land that they had originally owned. Now, he also established a treaty between the Wampanoag and the Pilgrims, similar to the first story. And after the Pilgrims acquired some skills and figured out how to grow their own food, they decided to throw a big party to celebrate the fact that they made it through the awful winter and have started to be able to provide for themselves. Now, we aren't sure of the exact date of their celebration, but we know it was kind of around fall.
Like, I was saying, look at them fringes with the border of blue on them.
All this time of year. The Pilgrims were like ready to turn down, ready to have this big feast. They invited Squanto, they invited Massasoit, and he shows up with like 90 of his homies, and they're all about to feast. It's about to go down. Their feast was lit, honestly, and this wasn't just, you know, sit down for dinner for a little while. This was like 3 fucking days of celebration. Like, they went hard. They were celebrating basically being alive, like the fact that they actually had kind of settled down and the friendship that they had made with the Native Americans. So when the schools say that the Pilgrims and the Native Americans feasted together and celebrated after they taught them how to survive on the land, that part isn't false. That's actually true. But they always cut the story off there, and there's a lot more to this story. As time went on and more people came from England to America, the area started becoming more populated with pilgrims. Eventually, there were so many pilgrims coming over that they started to harm the Native Americans and demanding what was theirs on the land. So basically, the more and more people heard what was going on at the new land, how cool it was over here, and that they had it all set up, they started coming over, and they didn't understand what the original pilgrims knew about the Native Americans, and like, you know, they weren't peaceful with them. They came in guns blazing, wanted to separate everyone, wanted to divide up things. Angry people were coming in, fighting, and as the Native Americans were kind of becoming outnumbered by so many pilgrims, they started to slowly take them out. Now, one of the biggest attacks that is known to have happened was the Green Corn Ceremony attack. Basically, what happened is one of the native tribes named the Pequots were celebrating their annual Green Corn Ceremony. And a Green Corn Ceremony is an annual celebration that usually lasts for about 4 days and is practiced by various Native American tribes. And they did not agree to the original treaty that Squanto negotiated between them. And because of this, and the fact they believed they had right to their land, the Pilgrims decided to murder as many of them as possible. In the early hours of the morning after the natives had their Green Corn celebration, English soldiers just showed up and surrounded all of the village while they were sleeping. They then ordered them to come outside, and if they refused to come outside, they would just set their shelter on fire and they were burned alive inside of them. The ones that did come outside were either shot or beaten to death with a club. William Bradford, who was the former governor of Plymouth, described the massacre as, "Those that escaped the fire were slain with the sword, some hewed to pieces. It was a fearful sight to see them thus frying in the fire. Horrible was the stink and scent thereof, but the victory seemed like a sweet sacrifice." What the fuck? So after this, a new celebration was formed to celebrate the victory and slaying of all of those Native Americans.
Which
and
part
it
of
was
that?
called Thanksgiving. And
That's what you're celebrating. You're celebrating the day Native Indians were set on fire in their tents. They were shot, they were murdered, they were just done horrible. That's what you're celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the audacity to act as if something is so glorious about Thanksgiving. Can you give me Amos chapter 5, verse 21 up? Like, you act as if Thanksgiving is just one of God's chosen days, man. This is what you don't know. The Most High knows Thanksgiving is trash. He knows it's a horrible day. That's why every time Thanksgiving happens, somebody's always fighting. Somebody's always getting into it. It's never a good family event because the Most High knows it's trash, man. It's a day of slaughter, which you're really celebrating.
And if I could, man,
Kind, sir.
what's so horrible about it is white people today, our so-called enemy. This should alarm Black Hispanics and Native Indians. I don't know why it doesn't. It alarms. We know what it's about. We understand the racism of the white man on this earth, or our so-called enemy on this earth. But what our people don't know is that their enemy literally think that this was a righteous thing, or this was a fair thing that happened. They don't look at this as a slaughter. Like, so you got some of them that come out like what she did and say, well, this is the real history. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just another woman who would you probably kiss the boots of the prophets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the majority, you understand, of that nation don't even believe that they did something wrong. For example, I don't know if y'all heard of Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh is a popular conservative radio host. I don't know if he's doing radio now. I know I used to listen to his racist antics on the radio a lot before I would go into work or whatever. But he mentioned, and he even wrote a book about it. I want to find this book as well. But he even wrote a book trying to basically rewrite history. And what he's saying is that the Native Indians sold their land for beads and trinkets.
Good night.
That they didn't take the land from the Native Indians. That they bartered the land from the Indians. They brought it from them. And the Native Indians, this is where they get this term Indian giving.
Right.
This is a racist white man's term, Indian giving. When we say Indian giving, we're basically saying you give somebody something, like somebody give you something and they want it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to say that the Native Indians gave them land and then said, no, we want it back. When that's not what happened.
Right.
But Rush Limbaugh and a lot of these white conservatives, these racist devils, they're basically saying that the Native Indians gave them the land for like some trinkets, like some stuff that ain't worth no value.
Right.
Just because, like almost as if he's saying the Native Indians were stupid We gave them this. They gave us all of this land and all of this oxen and stuff, and then they wanted it back. They came and tried to war with us, and then we slaughtered them, which is not even true, man.
Right.
You go and read in history, and the Native Indians treated them with all kinds of love, like you do today.
Right.
And even still, when that happened, they came and they killed the Native Indians because, like the Bible says, war was in their heart.
Right.
They came to America knowing that they were going to slaughter Native Indians. Columbus came to America just so he could verify that the slaves were over here, that the Most High's people was over here, because he knew that according to the prophecies, they were going to be in slavery.
Right.
So they was coming to fulfill prophecy. They knew that they were going to do that to the Native Indians before they came here.
Right.
That's all I had to say about that.
So that's heavy out of one. Right. So, and it's, and you know what's gonna be crazy out of one? It's like Joe Biden is going to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Like they all.
Joe Biden, your president, is going to celebrate the day our Native Indian brothers was set on fire in the tents.
That's right.
He's going to celebrate the day that our Native Indian brothers were sold into slavery. Their daughters, their women, their wives, their sisters, their mothers were sold as sex slaves. He's going to celebrate it. Camilla Harris is going to celebrate it, and all of them are going to celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if black people don't know, but the transatlantic slave trade was started behind the Native Indians being put into slavery. That's the only reason we had the transatlantic slave trade, because it was prophecy. And guess what? The Gallics got put into it first. The Ephraimites, the so-called Puerto Ricans. You know, all of our brothers and sisters, man, from the 10 tribes, when they got put into slavery, it opened up the gateway for all of Israel to be put into slavery. So when you go out there and celebrate Thanksgiving, just know that you're celebrating the transatlantic slave trade. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to let you know, like, yeah, the only reason, the only reason we were able to have slaves was because we put the Native Indians in slavery, and we seen how hard we worked them. We worked them so hard to death that we couldn't even work them no more. We had enslaved so many of them that they were dying. So, we said, let's get some bigger and some new slaves, some ones that are newer, fresh, who don't mind working the land and doing all this. And then they came and snatched us up, man. That's what you're celebrating when you celebrate Thanksgiving.
That's right.
When you're voting. You think Joe Biden's going to stop Thanksgiving? You think he's going to put the turkey leg down? He going to get somebody, he going to get Big Mama to make him a thing. Somebody grandma going to make Joe Biden a dressing for Thanksgiving. Somebody going to be in the White House. Joe, I got you a dressing, Joe. And Joe gonna be like, thank you, Big Mama, I appreciate it. Camilla Harris is gonna be right behind him with the hot sauce. she gonna be right. She gonna play it out like she's so black. She gonna, Joe, you ain't never had the hot sauce. You ain't never had the hot sauce on the dressing. And he gonna act like, no, I ain't never had it, Camilla. So you don't know what you don't know what you missing, bro. Like she gonna try to play it as if she's one of us, but in all actuality, she is a damn devil, man.
It's like if I could, man. That's funny as hell, because it's no different when Bill Clinton was out there blowing that saxophone, man. It wasn't no different. It wasn't no different. It wasn't no different when Barack Obama was going to all of the little inner cities and shooting basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they figured out how to get into our heart, man.
Right.
They figured it out. They figured that if they act like us and they talk like us and they do the things we do, that we gonna accept them, man.
Right.
And that's why for so many years I used to hear it even as a kid, like brothers and sisters say, Bill Clinton really black. He's really black. God. Bill Clinton is not black.
Right.
Bill Clinton is responsible for a majority of you niggas who's still in prison today. We're in 2020. Niggas is in prison because of the Clinton administration, man.
Right.
Man, listen. That's all I had to say about it. I just think it's funny because you mentioned her about that hot sauce, and I saw that picture, and I was like, she really trying to fool niggas, and they just not catching on.
Good, nice.
And she is not black.
Right. So, you had something right there?
Yeah, Kazak Shapar said what they did was the Indians signed treaties that the devils broke, treaties to hunt fish and buffalo, not to have an hold. Rush Limbaugh is a double liar.
Right.
Damn right.
And you know, Rush Limbaugh, he gonna try to make it seem like his people did nothing wrong.
Right.
Like, you know, they said that we had this land. Don't worry, Rush Limbaugh. You're gonna be a slave one day. You're gonna be a slave, and ooh, I just hope you can pick good cotton.
And if I could, allow me to say this. A big part of me believed that the only reason why Rush Limbaugh said that on his segment, one of the segments that I heard, and I remember this segment because he explained it. He was trying to promote this book that he was getting ready to put out about the true history of Thanksgiving, because it was actually on Thanksgiving when he was talking about the book. But Rush Limbaugh knows what really happened. Okay, this is what I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting that these devils, these conservatives, will sit back and they listen to the ISUPK.
Right.
Because they know that only two sources of people you're gonna hear talk about what really happened with the Native Indians is either the Native Indians themselves, the real Native Indians, not the $5 Indians.
Right.
But the Native Indians themselves, the true tribe of Gad, or the ISUPK, or the Commander Junior Hunter, man.
Right.
That's the only two ways he's gonna hear anything, and that was his whole point. Because he was saying that in the radio show, he was saying that he's heard many stories about how, you know, the Pilgrims came and they raped, robbed, and murdered or destroyed the Native Indians, and he wanted to set the record straight, which ain't nothing but what the scripture says when it says that his words are smoother than butter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He out here to deceive you and tell you all of these lies. Because that's why the scripture also says that he was born telling lies. Because that's what Esau does, man. And Rush Limbaugh, he wanted to go out and put his own perception of what he believed happened and the spirit of what he thinks happened, but what really happened is that the white man came and pillaged and destroyed Native Indians. And that's really what it was, man.
Got all kinds, man. Good night. Salak, you got that scripture?
It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Salak, matter of fact, can you go to Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 13? Salak. Like, I don't, that's so heavy what you're bringing out, I don't want. It's like, these devils know. Even like Joe Rogan that time, like, you know, he was talking about, you know, he didn't say the ISUPK in particular, but I'm pretty sure when everybody always say radical Israelite group, we're the ones who they're watching. Right. Whenever they say they're racist, the ISUPK is who they're watching.
Damn right.
And you know, Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure he watched it and he was like, you know, these guys believe this and believe that. But he also knows what we say is actually true. So like, you got that scripture up?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22, verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
And that's what they have done, man. That's what the Pilgrims did to the so-called Native Indians. They built their houses by unrighteousness, man. They came to everything about America is unrighteousness, man. It's unrighteous. Even you voting for Joe Biden to be in the chair is unrighteous, man. Because this land was built off of being unrighteous.
That's right.
Everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the nerve to say, you know, we gonna vote somebody in. How you gonna vote somebody in to somebody who built this land on unrighteousness, man?
That's right.
And that's why the Most High said destruction, man. Destruction to him who builds his house by unrighteousness, man. How do you think the White House was built? How do you think all of these various places were built, man? It wasn't built off honesty. You know, it wasn't built off love like they proclaim, you know, you teach your kids about the 4th of July, but Thanksgiving when they go to school, and they got your kids dressing up as pilgrims, and then you got some dressing up as Gadites and, you know, Indians, and they all sitting down, we're going to have a Thanksgiving feast. It's like, you sick bastards. Like, this land was built off unrighteousness, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why in the ISUPK, we teach our kids about the truth, man. We teach our kids don't celebrate Thanksgiving because it's actually the day that America murdered and slaughtered people, man. It's the day that America raped children. You know what I'm saying? It's the day that America sold young girls into sex slaves, man. That's what they did, man.
That's right.
And when you go out there and vote for a new president, guess what? He's fine with all of that. He loves Thanksgiving. He's gonna have a big old Thanksgiving feast. I'm talking about he might have 30 turkeys and sitting on the table, maybe 50 hams and all type of different things, and they're going to enjoy it. They're gonna eat deliciously. They're gonna enjoy it. They're gonna sip the best scotch, and then right after that, he's gonna sit back and think of other ways he can destroy you, man. It's no different than what the Pilgrims did to the Gadites, man. When they had a big feast, enjoyed themselves, and had a good time, and the next day they was thinking about how can we kill more of them? How can we destroy more of these people, man? And you got the audacity to vote as if, things are going to change. Come on, man. What's going to change, man? What do you really think is going to change by you voting? These bastards ain't even had the audacity to say, we're sorry for what we did to the Native Indians, when it comes to celebrating Thanksgiving. We're very sorry. We apologize. Like, we're not going, we're going to make it a new thing that nobody celebrates Thanksgiving anymore. You think Joe Biden really going to say that? Everybody let us say he's going to make a change in America. You know what I'm saying? Black people out here shedding tears on national TV. You think Joe Biden is going to change a day that is built off the murder, rape, and slavery of so-called Native Indian people?
Right. That's right.
Or do you think he's going to go in there and rip that goddamn turkey leg off and dip it in something and eat it? I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to rip the turkey leg off and get Camilla to drop 2 drops of hot sauce. I don't like too much hot sauce. Gonna drop 2 drops of hot sauce on it, and guess what? Black people gonna love him. So you seen Joe Biden? He put hot sauce on his turkey leg. I told y'all he was black.
And if I could say this real quick,
Sir.
That's how you know the spirit of America is to murder, man.
Right.
It's to murder and rob, because Thanksgiving is a national holiday.
Good night.
This is a day that the white man commemorates and holds to true religiously. For 400 and something years, he's been celebrating Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show how much he hated the Native Indians, because that is a day that he remembers. Just like how we remember Passover, how the Lord killed all the Egyptians.
Right.
The white man remembers the destruction of the Native Indians by celebrating Thanksgiving.
Good night.
And you think that it's okay to do that because it's our tradition. It's what we do as Americans. But that's really the white man's. That's what he does to remember an accomplishment that he made when he went and murdered his enemy, which is us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say.
That's heavy as hell, I don't know. That's why it's gonna be even more better when the Most High destroys this place and we have a new Passover. You know what I'm saying? America wants to celebrate the day that they slaughtered the Gadites. We're gonna have a day too. We're gonna cook fried chicken. We're gonna have fried chicken, fried livers, fried gizzards, macaroni and cheese, and all of that. But it's gonna be the day that our oppressors fell, man.
That's right.
That's what we're gonna celebrate. We're not gonna celebrate Thanksgiving the day that they slaughtered the Native Indians, man. We're not gonna go out here and vote for another oppressor who's fine and happy that this stuff happened, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it. Like, they celebrate a day of murder, man. Mm-hmm. They celebrate this day. You don't think Joe Biden knows? Joe Biden knows the true history of what happened. We only know some of the things. We got facts also, but Joe Biden knows what really happened.
That's right.
He knows how America really got down. He knows the horrible things they did, man. Raping young girls, sex slaves, setting people on fire while they were in their tents, man. And then if you ran out the tent, they shot you down dead.
That's right.
Joe Biden knows these things. You think he's gonna say anything about it? You think Joe Biden gonna be like, you know what, y'all? I'm more different than Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I'm more different than him. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut out Thanksgiving just so I can show some respect to the Native Indians. Joe Biden is no different than Donald Trump.
That's right.
He doesn't respect the Native Indians. He doesn't respect black people, and he damn sure don't respect the Hispanics, man, the Latinos.
That's right.
He's no different, man. And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, you don't respect your people either, man.
Right.
You hate your people. You think you just sit down eating turkey and enjoying your time with your family. You're going to watch the Dallas Cowboys play the Redskins. Even that is a slap in the face. That football game. Like that football game that they're going to play on Thanksgiving is even another slap in the face to our people. They had the Cowboys play the Washington Redskins. You got Esau playing against the Indians. Come on, man. Like, how much more do we have to be insulted, man? Like, how much more do we got to get slapped in the face? They do so many slick little things, and we just soak it all up. We just soak it all up. Black people gonna be in there on Thanksgiving celebrating the murder of our people and watching the football game. Like, cuz who you put money on? Shit, well, you don't put money on the goddamn Cowboys. Come on, man. You can read that scripture from the top again up.
Woe unto them that builded his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work.
Right, man. They did our brothers so wrong, man. How did they repay the native Indians for doing all these various things for them, man? Blankets with smallpox, the Trail of Tears, unbroken treaties, lands where they couldn't even cultivate and grow anything. They moved our people from all of the good parts of the land and put them in the damn desert, man. Killed all of the buffaloes, man. That's how they repaid our native Indian brothers, man. But yet we gonna go out there and celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
Y'all buying the turkey. What it is? It's the 12th right now. Ooh, I bet the turkey market has raised up. I feel bad. I feel bad for any of our brothers, man, that works in these different, slaughterhouses, man, that got to get the turkeys and stuff like that. Judah, man, they gonna buy 3 and 4 turkeys and can't even cook the damn thing right. You know what I'm saying? They gonna buy turkeys fried from Bojangles and all of these various places just to put more money in Esau's pocket and just to, to show that we're not brotherly at all to our Gadite brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did our brothers and sisters wrong, man. It's like, y'all, can you read Amos? Oh, you get Amos 5 and 20 from me up? Like, that's what this house was built on, unrighteousness, man. And his chambers by injustice, man. Because our people still haven't got justice for what has been done to our people.
That's right.
We looking at what, Thanksgiving in the 1600s, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're talking about 400 years later. What justice has been given back to the native Indians for the crimes that were committed against them, for them to celebrate Thanksgiving? What has been given back? Has any parts of the land been given to our people? Has America sat down and said, you know what? We're going to, from now on, we're not going to celebrate Thanksgiving. We're going to let that be a day. We just, let that go so we don't have to remind the native Indians of the slaughter and all the crimes that got committed, man. No, man. And what's going to be crazy? It's going to be some Native American Indians who going to be behind Joe Biden.
That's right. Who
celebrate Joe Biden, who might go up there with him on Thanksgiving and be like, we know what happened, but, Joe, we know you're different. And Joe Biden is no different, man. And the Most High hates Thanksgiving. He hates those meals you sitting there slaving over the stove for 5-6 hours cooking those stinking chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole kitchen smell like a bathroom. You in there cooking chitlins and potato salad, macaroni and cheese, turkey, ham, and dressing. You can't forget about grandma dressing or big mama dressing. Everybody mama cook their dressing. And y'all gonna sit up there and act as if, the God is in here. And then gonna have the audacity to pray over the food. Like, yeah, man, man, we're gonna have a good Thanksgiving this year. Most High does not give a damn about your feast days, man.
That's right.
Sly, you can read that from me up.
This is book of Amos chapter 5. You want me to read verse 20, you said, sir?
What's 20?
Yeah, 20.
21?
Yeah, 21.
Okay, kind.
I despise your feast days.
The Most High said what?
I despise your feast days.
The Most High said he hates and despises your feast days. The Most High hates Thanksgiving, man. Because he knows about the sick and demonic things that happen to his children on Thanksgiving. He knows how his children were raped and robbed and set on fire and just anything diabolical. Like even more in this video, if you read more in this video, they tell you how they would take Gadite men and women and would put them in slavery, and if they didn't pick a certain amount of cotton within 3 months, they would cut their hands off and put their hands around their neck and let them bleed out in front of everybody. They talked about how they tuck them and put them in hot soap, like liquid boiling soap. Like they had liquid soap and would drop their bodies in the soap and then let it cool off just to see, how did it make their body look. You know what I'm saying? Like it burned all the skin off. You know how soap is. It's like if you melt soap, but when it cools off, it forms in any type of shape that you want it to.
Right.
So what they would do is they would dip Gadites, Native Indians, inside this and let it burn and melt them, and then pull them out and then let them cool off, just so they can be like, look at him, look how he look, like a sculpture, don't he? Like these the type of people we're dealing with. This is what you're celebrating, man, and that's why the Most High said this from the top again up.
I despise your feast days.
The Most High hates and despises your feast days. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so quick to go to Big Mama house when she cooking all the food. Like, come over here and celebrate Thanksgiving. Tell her, hell no, Grandma. No disrespect, Grandma, but hell no.
Right.
Because I care about my people.
Damn right.
I care about what happened to the Native Indians, man. I care about how they were treated and done horrible and had all type of crimes committed against them and still haven't had justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that, because guess what? I would want somebody to do the same for me.
That's right.
When we get shot down and murdered in the streets, guess what? What do y'all want? We want justice. We want peace. How in the hell are you going to get justice when you don't even ask for justice for what they did to the Native Indians on Thanksgiving?
Right.
That's why nobody takes you serious. Because they know that we're the same people. And they sit back and they say, why should we give them justice when they don't even give a damn about the justice for their own brothers, man? Like, we can shoot any one of them down in the street, and guess what they going to do? They still going to go out here and celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
Another day that we didn't give justice to another nation, you know what I'm saying, to some more Israelites. We ain't going to give black people justice, and we're not going to give Native Indians justice, man.
That's right.
And y'all think y'all doing something so glorious. Listen, so like, I hope I'm not wrong, but somebody's stove going to catch on fire this Thanksgiving. Somebody Big Mama going to try to fry that turkey in the house, and she going to burn the whole house down. And you're going to be, God, why is this happening to me? Why did this happen to me, God? And it's going to be because the Most High said, what up?
I despise your feast days.
Because he hates and he despises your feast days, man. Your stove's going to catch on fire. Your house that you spent so much money on, y'all, we going to, like, and Judah's so stupid, man. So, like, I'm talking about my cousin, man. I'll never forget it, man. He had got the new house. I'm talking about he don't call the whole family over Thanksgiving. I'm talking about he got the house looking nice. I'm talking about he come to the door. This nigga got a nice button up on. I was like, damn, look at this nigga right here, man. I was like, damn, cuz you doing good, ain't you? This before I came into the truth. So, just let y'all know. I want nobody think I'm in there with the shield on and like, yeah, cuz I do it this one time. Like, hell no. This was back in the day. My cousin got the new spot. This nigga come to the door with the polo with the bow tie on. I'm like, damn, this nigga done went all out. This nigga happy. Yeah, y'all come on, sit down at the table. Y'all, we're gonna do this family thing. And we got to eat and everything. As soon as we got alcohol in our system, oh man, this nigga done got to fighting with my other cousin. Damn cousin done beat the bow tie off his ass. You know what I'm saying? Salagi done beat the bow tie loose off his neck. We over there trying to pull him off. He done beat the bow tie off my cousin at his own house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always remember that. I was like, well, I guess this is what Thanksgiving is about, getting your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Salagi. I don't even know if my cousin still celebrates Thanksgiving anymore. I know he doesn't with the family anymore. Salagi, you can read that again out from the top.
I despise your feast days.
Ooh-wee, go ahead.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Most High don't smell none of that food you in there cooking. You in there praying over the food. You think the Most High trying to spell them stinking ass chitlins? So like those stinking chitlins? You think the Most High wants to smell that? You think he wants to smell that pork cooking? You really think that? The Most High don't want to smell none of that, man. He don't want to care, but he doesn't care about y'all gathering together to celebrate this wicked day, man. The Most High don't smell none of that food. You in there praying and everything. You know, you think you're doing so right. Even the churches celebrate. The church is going to give you a turkey, man. Even the churches celebrate this day of slaughter, man. Goes to show you what type of people are inside your churches, man. Another nation of murderous bastards, man. Pastors out there giving out. And then it's the other thing. You know who else gives out turkeys on Thanksgiving? All your drug dealers, man. Drug dealers get rich off your community and then come back. Yeah, I'm giving back to the community. I think you gave us enough, brother. When you gave that crack to my grandmama, you know what I'm saying? I think that was enough. I don't even want the damn turkey because she in the hospital now from the crack you gave her.
It's like if I could.
Sir.
Let me tell you how deep the racism and how the spirit of America is on us today, man. Like even at a lot of your slaveries, they give out free turkey. When I was working at Sara Lee in Tarboro, North Carolina, they made it a point to make sure that on Thanksgiving that everybody got them a full-size turkey.
Good.
And it just reminded me so bad of how back in the time of us when we were in physical bondage,
right?
Where on that day, the master of the plantation owner or our master or whatever, whoever was beating us with the damn whip,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Made it a point to give us either a turkey or give us the guts of what we call like chitlins and stuff, like pig's feet and chitlins and stuff on that day to eat, man.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So we are literally still in slavery and black people don't even realize it.
Right, good.
And then also to mention, because you said something about, you were saying basically about how, somebody's stove gonna probably catch on fire on Thanksgiving. Man, you think that's bad. The fact that you even celebrating Thanksgiving, somebody's pedophile uncle or cousin is going to be in there molesting your child, man. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
Right.
Okay, if you don't even know it, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Because ain't nothing righteous about Christianity, ain't nothing righteous about Thanksgiving, and the fact that you are celebrating Thanksgiving, that shows that you're against the Most High. And so now with that being said, somebody's uncle, somebody's aunt, or somebody's cousin, somebody in there gonna be molesting children. They're gonna be sitting right there next to on that table eating that turkey, and they're gonna be fiddling. They're gonna be playing with, your child's box, man, or your son's penis, because you want to be up in there celebrating all of these crazy holidays that the Lord says not to. Go ahead, all right. So like that.
All in the name of Jesus Christ, too.
Yeah.
Not just Jesus Christ, but sweet Jesus.
Right.
Sweet Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. We praise this turkey and this dressing, and Uncle whatever is rubbing on your daughter's leg. And so what you're saying is so heavy out of one, because it's like Jeremiah Hyman said that one time. He said child molesters, they live like they do generation molestations. Like they rape their own sister, who ends up having kids, who he rapes again, and then she has kids, then he rapes those kids. You know what I'm saying? He don't rape 3 generations of people, and y'all gonna go out here and celebrate and sit at the table with this child molester. When y'all should be out the back beating the hell out of this child molester. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Thanksgiving is truly about, man. The lust of your own filthy heart, man. And what everybody say at Thanksgiving? We ain't gonna talk about that right now. We all together. We're gonna be a family today.
We gonna love each other.
Hey, uncle's a rapist. What do you mean we're gonna be a family today? This nigga raped me while eating a piece of turkey. Come on, what are you talking about?
So like it, and that be the one that everybody can't stand right there. The one that speak out about all of that crap.
Right,
man.
right.
That's your so-called black sheep right there.
Right.
The one that said, "Wait a minute, everybody acting like they happy. This nigga molested me."
And then that's
you gonna say that up in here?
That's when the fork drop.
Yeah, the fork drop. You don't ever say nothing about your uncle. He a good man.
He a good
He a
man.
good Christian and a pastor.
It's like, so then he wiped his face off. That was back in the past, but times has changed now. I'm a born again Christian. It's like somebody that has to come into that.
Yeah, the brother Trey Davis said, I try to tell somebody it's wrong to celebrate Thanksgiving, and they got on me like I'm crazy.
Salagi, welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth. Trey Davis, brother. Get in here and get your Hebrew name and come get this work, because they're going to continue to look at you even more crazy when you start to serve the Most High. They're going to think you even more crazy. Wait till you tell them you don't celebrate Christmas. Oh, my goodness. Brother, when you say, I don't celebrate Christmas, I mean, they're going to throw you out the damn house. You're going to get thrown out the house. Thanksgiving is a death penalty almost now. We like, nah, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Oh, you wrong. You wrong. I remember the first time I told my family started laughing at me. I told my granddad's wife, I was like, nah, once we sit on, I never forget, we sit on the front porch. She's like, yeah, y'all come on over for Thanksgiving. My aunt right there, but yeah, we gonna have a good time. I was like, nah, grandma, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. She said, what? You don't celebrate Thanksgiving?
So like if I could, God, this brother be bringing out some heavy points, man. What's crazy about it, right, is they laughed at you because they thought that it was crazy that you don't celebrate Christmas, but they didn't turn around and recognize that them celebrating a white man in a damn red costume who comes down chimney is crazy as hell.
so like I said, you right out of the way. Like, so wait a minute. I'm crazy because I don't celebrate that? Like, nigga, you crazy, nigga. Like, wait a minute.
But we can sit around and tell stories about how Santa Claus is coming in here and eating the damn cookies and leaving presents and shit.
Or how Rudolph really got a red nose.
Yeah, come on, man.
Rudolph was snorting cocaine, most likely. The only reason his nose is red. Hey, come on, man. Y'all see the stupidity in these traditions, man. You telling your kids Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Your kids out there looking at deer. Oh, look at Rudolph. It's like, no, his nose ain't red. Like, God damn, what are y'all teaching these kids, man?
Oh, boy.
Teaching your kids a red deer, a deer with a red nose that lights up at night is going to lead a sled that flies in the sky with some fat white man going around passing out. Come, do y'all listen to this again now? You're telling children that reindeers fly, and one of them has a red nose that lights up, and they're at Santa's workshop with little midgets.
Oh man!
They make presents in the North Pole, and they get in this sled and they fly it around the world in the sky.
And the second, so like if I could, the sad part about it is you 30, 40, 60 years old telling them that, man. You calling us crazy.
So like I said, they believe in their damn self. Right. We just sitting in the background like, yeah, hey, this nigga is crazy. And the kids back there, Santa, look at Santa Claus, look at Santa Claus. And then you take your kids to the mall. I think they take the pictures with Santa Claus right after Thanksgiving. Or is it it's like
around that time, yeah, around Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving.
You take your kids to the mall and the kids screaming like hell because they know something ain't right about this man. Baby, just sit on this lap. It's gonna be okay. Mama, you just take the picture, and you take the picture. The kid is screaming because you put them on the lap of a pedophile. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to say y'all say we crazy. We just telling you don't celebrate the day that our people were slaughtered, man. Right. Don't fall victim for the lives of America. Like, sorry, somebody else said something?
No.
Like, good night, man. So, like, if you could you get Proverbs chapter 1, verse 29?
And if I could, man, I'm so thankful for this damn truth, man, because none of my kids have gotten the chance to sit on no damn pedophile lap, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hold that with a badge of honor.
Damn right out of honor.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. And that goes for any brother and sister, man. When you come in this truth, you realize how wicked this society is, man. And you want to protect your children so damn righteously, man. And it's just like, now that you in the truth, you can see everything wrong with your child sitting on some stranger in a costume's lap who is possibly a pedophile and can't get a real goddamn job, which is the only reason why he's sitting up in that mall in a damn red suit anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going up there and asking, well, why you doing this? Why couldn't you just got a job at BMW or something?
Right.
Or Frito-Lay? You doing this? What the hell are you doing this for? 9 times out of 10, he probably is some damn registered sex offender, man.
Right.
And that's the only goddamn job he can get anyway. And you let your child sit on his penis. Come on.
Oh, weed, damn, don't even, good, nice, like it, so that is so diabolical, man. You proudly put your child on his lap as if you doing something so great, like, yeah, look at my baby, we're American, you know what I'm saying, sit on Santa Claus' lap, baby, all right, y'all go ahead and be crazy if y'all want to, go ahead, enjoy yourself, man, don't worry. Me and my brothers, we gonna go on the streets and tell you how stupid you are.
Yeah, I'm right.
Tell you how blind and lost you are, man. It's like, you got that scripture up?
You said verse 29, right?
Yeah, Proverbs 1:29.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 1, verse 29. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30.
It's like that. What else is on it? Nah, you good. You can read that again from the top.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 29. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the Lord, choose the fear of the Lord.
Right. They don't fear the Most High, and they don't choose the knowledge of the Most High, man. Because what the UPK gives you is knowledge, man. We're giving you wisdom on these things that you want to go out there and celebrate, man. You want to go out here and celebrate Thanksgiving, and you want to go vote. Like, come on, man. You hate the knowledge the Most High is trying to give you. Most High is telling you not to do these things, man. Don't go out there, because he hates your feast days, man. The Most High is letting you know, I hate your feast days. I despise your feast days. I don't smell none of the foods that you're cooking. I don't smell none of that. But y'all hate the knowledge that the Most High is trying to give you, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't fear the Most High. That's why your house got to catch on fire. That's why Joe Biden got to become president and push all type of laws that allows child pedophilia to be legal, man.
That's right.
Because you don't fear the Most High. And you hate the knowledge that he tries to give you. Can you go to Proverbs 3 and 5 also up? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all hate the wisdom, man. And you think you're so smart. Think you're so wise, man. You think you're so smart. Yeah, we going out there voting. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this turkey. We gonna do it big this year, y'all. We got Joe Biden. We got Donald Trump out the chair. You know what I'm saying? We gonna celebrate Thanksgiving, man. We gonna do it right, man. You got that up?
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
And that's what you're doing. You just leaning on your own understanding. You ain't trusting in the Most High. You leaning on your own understanding. You think, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when I vote. I know what I'm doing when I'm celebrating Thanksgiving. I know what I'm doing. You can skip down to verse 7.
Verse 7. Be not wise in thy own eyes.
And that's what you're being wise in your own eyes. Because we're looking at you like, what in the hell are you doing? It's like, why are you celebrating the day of the murder and the rape and the robbery of your people? It's because you're wise in your own eyes. Going out there voting, thinking that it's really going to make a difference. You're doing all of this because you're wise in your own eyes. And the Most High is looking down at you like, what in the heck are you doing? What are y'all doing, Israel? Voting, celebrating Thanksgiving, choosing another oppressor to rule over you, celebrating the murder, rape, and robbery of your own brothers, man. Like when you celebrate Thanksgiving, this is what Thanksgiving is. It's like a cop shoots your brother dead in the streets, right? He kills your brother. The police gets off scot-free. And every year it comes around, the day of your brother's death, you celebrate it with the same person who shot your brother.
That's right.
That's what Thanksgiving is. That's what Thanksgiving is. You're celebrating the day that your brother got shot by the police. Cooking turkey, laughing, watching football games. That's what you're doing. That's what Thanksgiving is. The murder is the day that you celebrate the murder of your brothers and sisters, man.
That's right.
And the only reason you're doing these things because you're wise in your own eyes. But the Most High said, what? Read 7 again up, Salaki.
Be not wise in thy own eyes.
Don't be wise in your own eyes. Don't think what you're doing is smart. Don't think to yourself, I know what I'm doing is right. You know, you cutting, you carving the ham. You got the ham. You over there carving it down. You looking at your family, your kids, and you think what you're doing is right. And like Otta One said earlier, it's a child molester sitting at the table right there with you, man.
Right.
That's the result of you being wise in your own eyes, man. You go ahead up.
Fear the Lord.
And that's what you need to do. Fear the Most High. Go ahead.
And depart from evil.
And depart from evil. Because Thanksgiving is an evil day, man.
Right.
Thanksgiving is evil. It is evil to celebrate the murder of your family, man. You know, y'all celebrate Thanksgiving. What you gonna do when they make a tradition called Thank Slavery Day? You know, we thank you Negroes for everything that y'all done for us. And just for that, we're gonna make a day called Thank Slavery Day. That's why the Most High says, depart from evil, man. So like, if you could, can you get Isaiah chapter 5, verse 21? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all done lost y'all mind, man. You can go ahead, if you got it.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Read that again.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
The Most High says, destruction to those who are wise in their own eyes. Destruction is going to come to a lot of our people who think they're wise in their own eyes. They think they're making the right decision. They think that they're doing right, man. It's going to be a lot of destruction that is going to fall upon a lot of our people, man. You know, we haven't seen nothing yet, man. Y'all don't voted Dirty Joe in the chair. And y'all better pray to the Most High, man, that they don't reverse that vote, man, and Donald Trump comes back president.
That's right.
You blacks and Hispanics are gonna learn that day, because if they reverse those votes and they say Donald Trump is still president, he's gonna make all type of new things. I see what I'm really dealing with now. I see how you guys really feel about me. So guess what I'm doing now? It's mandatory to work 20 hours a day now.
So like it. And he gave you that damn stimulus, man. He hurt and he betrayed Black, Hispanic, and Indian man. That's why you shouldn't be out there voting.
Right.
Well, because he is betrayed, man. You think you're going to get a stimulus this year if Donald Trump does become president next year? If it does reverse, now, either you're going to have to deal with racist Biden or you're going to have to deal with racist Trump, who you already been dealing with the past 4 years. Lord be with you.
Lord be with you. All you black voters who went out there and voted. Donald Trump might get the list of every voter. I want the list of everybody who voted. I want all of the names. I want you to do a decrease on their checks. $5. Good night. He gonna take $5. Listen, we trying to warn y'all, man. That's the only thing the ISUPK is trying to do. We're trying to wake our people up and warn them, man. We're trying to tell you, don't do all of these things. Don't partake in these evil traditions and these evil things that America does, man. Because if these things, we're not gonna be surprised. We're not gonna be surprised. If all of these things happen and Donald Trump turns back around to be president, or Joe Biden beats president, they're both gonna do the same thing. They both got the same agenda, and then both of their agendas is to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. Neither one of them no different, man. You can read that from the top again up.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 5, verse 21. Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. And
prudent, prudent means to show care, and to show care for the future. Because a lot of our people went out there voting, and they were prudent. They was like, the only reason we're voting because we're concerned about the future for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You're not even concerned about that. How can you be concerned about the future when you ain't even thinking about what happened to your people in the past? Right. The only way you can fix the future if you know about what happened in the past. So you go ahead up.
Man, man, that's just so heavy, what I'm saying, what you bring out, sir. Because I was at the slavery, man. And, I've been kind of, going back with with this little fake Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Like he pretty much like a YouTube Israelite. And we was talking about voting one night. It was like, so you gonna vote? I was like, huh? He asked me, am I gonna vote? I'm like, okay, and I kind of want to see where his mind was at. So I asked him, so I was like, of course I'm not gonna vote. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't voted, since I came into the truth and in the ISBK. He was like, man, I understand the history. You know what I'm saying? As far as voting and everything. Man, my wife got these vows and we can just mail them in.
Good night.
I'm like,
good night.
Christianity at its best again.
He's a coward voter.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Bowing down to his wife.
Good night.
And he's supposed to be a quote unquote, woke Israelite or whatever the case may be. Man, I just shook my head on the inside, man. I said, man, Lord be with you, man.
I just been like, sister. I still like your brother. Little do you know, you so terrified. Your woman got you so wrapped underneath her finger. She probably told him, he was like, baby, we ain't supposed to vote. Well, baby, ain't nobody got to know you don't went down there and vote. I know what you believe in, so just mail your vote in. And you going to be the big dummy and mail your vote in. It's all evil, like. You just being wise in your own eyes, man. Sly, you can go ahead and continue with this scripture up.
Verse, that was it on that verse 1. You want to keep on reading?
You can read it from the top again.
All right. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight.
And I, what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like black people thought, man, they think voting is really going to help their future, man. You know what I'm saying? And General Yohana has been saying that for so long, man. Black people, Latino, Native Indians, don't vote. Don't vote. It's not going to make a difference, man. You can get Psalm chapter 109 verse 6 from me up. Like General Yohana has told us for so long, man, don't go out here and vote. Like the only thing you do when you're going out here is vote. You just vote for another devil, man. That's all you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like each one of these devils you vote for, guess what? They're going to go out there and celebrate Thanksgiving too because they love the history of their people. They don't want America to fall. Like we want America to fall because we're tired of being slaves. But these oppressors don't want America to fall, man. You know what? And this is what the Most High is going to allow to happen to our people since they went out there and voted, man. Since our people wanted to vote, this is what the Most High is going to allow to happen to our people. You can go ahead up.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 109, verse 6. Set thou a wicked man over him.
Say what? Say that again, up.
Set thou a wicked man over him.
The Most High said he's going to set a wicked man over him, over our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went out there and voted for Joe Biden, but guess what? He's no different than the pilgrims that came off the off the ships, man. He's another wicked man who's ruling right over us again, man. Go ahead.
And let Satan stand at his right hand.
And read it again, huh?
And let Satan stand at his right hand.
Joe Biden is going to do what?
And let Satan stand at his right hand.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Joe Biden is going to let Satan stand at his right hand. Don't be surprised. Ooh-wee. Like, it doesn't matter who wins. They say Joe Biden win. It doesn't even matter. If Dirty Joe gets in the chair, he's going to let Satan rule at his right hand. And if Donald Trump was already showing you that Satan was at his right hand, he was doing anything diabolical that he could. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people just believe that Joe Biden is gonna make a big difference, man. You know what I'm saying? You had any comments, anything up?
Let's see here. The young man, there it is out there. That it said to vote is like having an option between two doors that lead to the same hallway.
Hey, right, brother. That's heavy. What you just said, brother. That is so right. That's so true, brother. You know what I'm saying? They think this door is better because the knob's shiny. They think this door is horrible because it got spikes on the door handle. Guess what? They both go to the same hallway. You know what I'm saying? It's like, good night, man. Like, don't be surprised. Like, they already saying that Dirty Joe gonna try to cancel the sales of ammunition online, man. Like, you're not gonna be able to buy guns and ammunition from online. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do that, and he's already trying to push that budget. Like, he's trying to push that new stimulus deal, because in that stimulus deal, guess what it has in there? It has funding for the border wall to be built. It's in there. You know, they talking about Donald Trump said he gonna build a wall. No, Dirty Joe is pushing for the same thing, man. Read that again from the top, Art, if you could.
Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand.
Kind of give me Proverbs 1:22. This would be the last one, man. Man, y'all let this man rule over y'all, and Satan is gonna be at the right hand of him, man. You got it up.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones?
Say what?
How long, ye simple ones? Will ye love simplicity?
How long will you love simplicity? You know, simplicity, you know, it's like being easy to understand. And that's what these devils, they understand how easy we are just to, you know, they know they can get Camilla Harrison to put some hot sauce on some greens, and they know they got us. Like, we got them. Let Camilla put some hot sauce on some chicken, they gonna roll with us. Let them know that, you know, I was Barack Obama's vice president. Guess what? We got him. We got him. How long will you love this simplicity, man? These nations, these oppressors know how easy it is for us to be persuaded, man. You know what I'm saying? They understand us, man. They don't have us in captivity for what, 400 years? You don't think they understand us? They know what it takes to make us to go out there and cast a vote, to make us stop caring for one another, man. Anything else on that up?
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And y'all hate the knowledge, man. The Most High calls y'all fools because y'all hate the knowledge. Y'all hate the knowledge that the UPK's tried to give y'all, man, for over the years. Don't vote. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Because when you celebrate this is what you really celebrating. This is what you really voting for. Y'all hate this, man. And, man, don't be surprised, man. The UPK telling you first, don't be surprised when all these bad things start to happen, man. When things get worse. And if Dirty Joe is the president, all type of other evil things come in, man. And with that, man, we're going to close our class, man. Hey, Shalagi, you got a shirt on?
Yeah, just go ahead and close
Okay.
it out. You go ahead and close it out.
All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 through 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. It'll be the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. It'll be Wednesday, December the 9th, 2020, and this will be for 8 days. You can read about this in the First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a troop in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a scarf. And with that, shalom.